Welcome back to the Second Round
It's a
Podcast.
good check.
It is a good check there.
Thanks.
Welcome back to the Second Round Podcast. It's Matt Hags, your host, with your boys, Jail Baby Anthony Roach and Zach Clark. We're missing Josh George because he's being a good Samaritan, picking up his lovely girlfriend from her Taylor Swift concert in Houston. And right out, I don't know. What the
He's
fuck
gone
is
to
that?
Houston to pick her up.
Yeah, he's gone to Houston to pick her up. Yeah, I don't know where Ryder is. I think he said he was.
I think he's watching the game somewhere.
Yeah, which is respect.
Yeah.
I mean, don't know why you wouldn't want to watch. your
Meanwhile, you
second
got
round
3
from
Leafs fans
Padres.
here
Yeah,
with
but
their
anyways,
jerseys
you
on,
know,
ready to go.
Fuck it. Who cares?
He's certainly not saving lives.
No, not tonight.
Nope. Took his money, man. Took his money and ran.
Yeah, I respect it, honestly. I did the same shit. But, we're just going to have a quick one here. Just, it's obviously the Leafs jerseys are out because it is Monday night, so they're playing tonight. They got the series lead 2-1. So what we're going to do for everyone that hates sports, this is not a sports podcast, but we are for the first 10 minutes. We're going to have a timer and everything. We're going to talk a little bit about the Leafs so far. 10-minute timer, and then we're getting into the fun stuff, which will just be us talking about a whole bunch of nothing. If we want to preview it, I had a fucked up dream that I'm going to tell the boys about, and then I got a couple of classic Would You Rathers. So that's basically it. But for all the fellow Leafs fans out there, I don't know about you guys, but I am mentally drained already.
I heard inside.
Yeah, like it's a mix of hope, but you don't want it. Like I've never been in a situation where I just don't want any hope. Like I would rather them lose so bad, so easy, and just be like, "Here we go again," which is what happened the first game.
It'd be like a 1-goal game.
The first game was a fever dream, and I was like, "This is amazing." Like,
we were both just fucked on the couch, just like, "What are we doing?"
It was crazy. So to paint the picture for everyone, as my dog barks in the distance because my mother just came home, because we record this in her basement, and that's how we do it. But to paint the
Hey,
picture,
man, no
shame, man.
No rental fees, man.
no rental fees, man.
Wouldn't all that shit.
This is all about the studio.
We're doing this pro bono. I mean, wait, no.
Pro bono.
No, we're not
That's what-
lawyers.
No.
Carte blanche. Is that what you meant? Like a blank check?
Am I homeless?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Am I homeless? Is that what we're trying to say? Am I going to be homeless?
I meant like we're not taking any money, but we're not making money
What
anyway.
happens when I move out? Like, do we just come back here? to
We're a
record the
non-profit
podcast?
organization.
Yeah.
Really? You think so?
What?
Yeah.
That we're a
Yeah?
nonprofit?
What if we market ourselves?
Well, we're
as that?
less.
You think
Than,
we'll
we're,
make money?
what's like
We're
the,
negative
what's the
profit.
negative profit association? What's
In
those
debt?
called?
In debt?
The bankrupted ones. That's us.
Yeah, in debt. What if we try and sign up as make this an actual incorporated business and then just claim bankruptcy? Do we get any cool benefits for that? Tax break or some shit?
Doubt
Isn't
it.
that what Donald
Very,
Trump did?
very bad credit
Isn't that what Trump
for the
did,
next
though?
7 years.
But isn't that what Trump did? And he got away from paying taxes because he claimed bankruptcy, but he actually had a bunch of millions of dollars in an offshore holding account or some shit.
But we don't have that
We don't
much
have $1 million
taxes to
in
pay.
an offshore holding.
We also
account.
don't
What
have
if
that
we
many
put
taxes to
our
pay.
collective $4,000 in an offshore taxes haven, and then we all you heard me.
Where are we going with this?
I think, well, one, we're probably incriminating ourselves if we make it big, and then number
No,
two.
no. I think you're incriminating yourself.
No,
Right,
no,
me and
this
Zach
is a
had no
group.
part of
This
this.
is a group. No,
No
We're all
part of
wearing-
this.
We're literally all wearing the same jersey. 34, baby. We're a team here. Okay, you can't get around this.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're wondering why Zach's wearing sunglasses, it's because this man got absolutely blitzed. But we'll save that story for after the Leafs.
No,
No, we're not going to. You want to
it's
talk about
because the Leafs' future is too bright.
that is so true. There you go. Leafs future is too bright.
I got
Can you
one.
imagine?
I just got one thing to say.
Yeah.
Tonight, there's no voodoo in play.
There is no voodoo in play.
I do not have a bet on Tampa.
Which I don't know how I feel about it. Because
No, it's because I feel great.
You feel great?
Yeah.
How do you, but like,
I feel good.
so, you know what's amazing me right now is I think for longtime listeners of the podcast, you'll know that I'm usually the optimistic one when it comes to the Leafs. I'm the one that's like saying that, oh, but what about this? And if you look
You're
at
the
it this
irrational
way.
one.
But now I'm really just thinking, I fucking have no faith, man. There's just something about me this year, and I'm trying to keep the vibes positive because when I look at it with a healthy brain, and I use the word healthy on purpose, but when I look at it with a healthy brain, I say, man, on paper they're the better team. They haven't necessarily played like it, but they squeaked out a win, and it's a win that you've heard of this in the media. I said it first, fuck all those people, but I said it first. And
You heard it here on SRP first.
It's that type of win is something they've never gotten in the past.
Yep.
Winning a game where they were the worst team, that never happened in the playoffs before. So getting that to happen now is fucking massive.
The last time that probably happened was in against like Boston.
Probably 2013 in Boston. James, he finally got the saves, man. They needed the last in Game 3.
I was gonna say like 2018-ish.
I wouldn't even say that.
There was Freddie stole.
Stole a game, but his problem was he was either a world beater or like Swiss cheese.
And to that point, the Leafs probably didn't play as bad as they did last game.
Oh, they were off.
They were
They were
absolutely horrendous.
They
Like
were bad.
it pained me.
You know what's crazy is you could make an argument that they played worse than the first game. It's just the penalties and shit is what caused so many goals. Like
that is true, I guess. They just
Like,
had they just
had a
couldn't.
bad first period. They had a great second period in that first game, and then the penalties and shit kind of derailed them, and then they let that get in their heads, and then it was a wash, which is what it is.
They just
That
couldn't-
game,
the Bunting
they didn't
major.
do anything. Yeah, fuck Bunting, but that's besides the point. We're past that. We don't even need to talk about
He's
it.
not starting Game 5.
No, there's no way he can come back.
Can't.
In my opinion. I mean, look at
Who are you gonna
Nyes.
take out? You're not gonna take out Nyes. He's
No.
just too good.
No.
He's like I was gonna say mini, but it makes no sense. I was gonna say he's a mini Austin Matthews, but he's like the same size as him, and he takes away the puck the same way Matthews does, and it's like astounding to me. There we go.
Fucking beat it up, man.
Should I keep talking, or are we gonna put this on pause?
No, we're good.
We're gonna work through this. Who else are you gonna take out? Zack Anthony? Probably not.
I wouldn't take him out.
He's been grinding. He got a couple goals, or one goal. And then who else? No one. You're not taking out Lafferty.
I wouldn't take out anybody. He's too much of a liability. It's not
Yep.
like he's a player that can he's not a game breaker.
He's not an impact.
At the end of the day, what's he really
player.
done? Like what's he do?
Who, Bunting?
Yeah, like it's
Bunting
his cons outweigh the pros.
Well, what I was about to say is it depends on what Bunting we get. Because if we get the Bunting that's kind of gritty, is a bit of a rat, gets people pissed off, and can contribute because he can score. He's done it before. He has a little bit of higher end skill, so he can move up and down the lineup, play with some of your better players, move down into a third line role. The problem with Bunting is lately, and whether it's you can argue it's of his own doing or the refs are being fucking losers, I don't know. Point is, he's drawing way less penalties than he's taking, and at that point, for a player of his skill level and where you want him to play, that's unacceptable. If he's drawn a couple, taken one or two, but he's drawn more than he's taken, he's extremely valuable because the Leafs don't really have a rat. You look at all the good teams in the league right now; they all got a rat. Boston got a rat. Fucking Tampa Bay got fucking a couple now. I mean,
Yeah.
Kucherov's turned into probably the most high-end rat there is. I mean, look at him, the way he's been playing this series. Just fucking digging at people, slashing sticks out of hands.
Patty
Obviously, there's Corey
Maroon,
Perry,
man.
Patty Maroon. And then even
Corey
Colorado.
Perry
you know what's
is
funny when you
a
say
piece of
rat? Rat,
but he's so good.
Another word for rat is a winner.
Yeah, in a
Yeah.
way.
Like
In a way.
think of the top rats. We're currently playing against Corey Perry.
Never won a Stanley Cup.
Are you drunk?
Corey Perry's not in the last 3 years. Sorry.
I was about to say he's won a couple of Stanley Cups. He's won one with-
2007.
and one
Yes.
with Anaheim.
Okay, but he made 3 Cup finals in a row in the last 3
He's
years.
also a Hart
Yes.
winner.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
Also won the Hart.
Yeah, also won the Hart.
Multiple
Yeah.
gold medals.
50 goal scorer.
He's a Hall of Fame player.
Yes. Okay. So winner.
Yeah, so what I was trying to say is but Bergeron, not Bergeron, he's not a rat. Like Marchand's a rat, but the guy's a winner.
Bertuzzi even. Bertuzzi.
Tyler-
Yeah.
Tyler
That's looking
Bertuzzi.
like a good fucking rat.
Oh man,
I
he's
picked him in
such
the
a
pool.
rat. I can't remember.
He's
if I
doing
took,
well for
No,
me.
I didn't take him. The only Boston player I took was Lindholm because they're getting knocked out next round. Anyway, but I thought, like Hags said, Game 3, they played unreal. Like Sammy played unreal, but it was one of those wins that you never would have gotten in the past, and that's the difference. When I said that this team feels different, that's what I meant.
I also think that this
Championship culture wins.
I also think that there was a mindset on the team. I'm not going to say which players because obviously I don't know, but visually when I looked at the way they played Game 3, they were prepared to lose that to make the better effort in Game 4. And when I say that is, in my head, I think they all were like, it's going to be a long series. We just traveled. We had a weird day. We just played. We just won. I think in their headset, and maybe they wouldn't admit it, but some of them were like, man, if we can just come back to Toronto's tied 2-2, I think we got this series because we win one in Toronto and then try and steal Game 6. I don't agree with that.
Man, I don't think they
mindset.
would have that mindset at all, man. They're
man, I think
competitors. They're going in there looking to get 2.
Tonight?
No, I think we want them to think that way, but I think some of the players in that dressing room, I think the tide turned when they saw how Ryan O'Reilly played. Because I think Ryan O'Reilly's become a leader in that dressing room, and I think he changed their mindset. But when I watch certain players...
You don't
on
mean
the
like
team-
going in before the game starts, right?
What I mean is, in their mindset, they were trying to win 2, but they'd be happy with a 1-1 split. So they're going.
Well, that's typically
so
what
they
you
get
go
off
for
to a little bit
away.
they get their first goal, they score first, but then immediately they get it tied back. Then they're a little bit slow-footed, and all of a sudden they're getting hemmed in their own end. And then that second period, it really looks bad. If it wasn't for Sammy, the score easily could have been fucking 5-1, 5-2 at best. So I think they kind of just like got themselves in a bit of a mental rut. Not saying that, oh, this game's over, but in the back part of their mind, especially since they'd never won games like this, like we said, they never win games when they're playing bad. Obviously, easier said than done, but like they don't grind out those wins, shall we say. So I think there's a part of me that thinks, in that second period, I hate to harp on the guy because he's been one of our best players this season, and he was unreal. But William Nylander had nothing to do in that defensive zone. Like, literally, he was doing nothing.
I was just about to say.
And Austin Matthews was as good of a player he is, and him and Mitch were probably the two best players on the ice from first period to third period that game. Even him at times was getting caught a little bit lax.
I mean,
they were
say
being hemmed in the zone the whole game.
I would say Raleigh and Nas were the two best players on Saturday.
I don't know about that.
O'Reilly,
they got pinned in their zone a couple times.
O'Reilly plays a role in the first goal, plays a decoy instead of a cherry passing it.
Jesus,
but yeah, played a role in the first goal, scored the game tying goal with under a minute left, and then won the face-off clean on the game winner.
I'd say their peak was higher, but I'm saying if we're looking at the up and down, they got hemmed in their zone a couple times. Keefe had to switch it up to try and get it fresh. The two players that never, in my opinion, were hemmed in and always seemed to get quick breakouts and do the extra plays was Matthews and Marner. But my point is, just to end it, because we did, our 10 minutes is up, if anyone has skipped ahead. I just think that that game was a game that maybe they defeated themselves on, and they're saying let's push on to the next. But then Ryan O'Reilly says, "No, fuck that. We're winning this one, and we're winning the next one too." And I just think they're going to come out so much faster at this game because there was a part of them that was already mentally there, being like, "Oh, we might lose this one. Let's."
I don't think anyone said that with a minute left to go and you're down by one.
Second period.
Maybe during the second period they were only down by one.
Well, none of them would ever say it out loud.
No, I'm not saying mentally they sat on the bench and they're like, "Well, odds, let's pack it."
No, I know, but
it's easy
they're
to get
also
dejected.
only. Yes, I know. Yes, easy to get dejected.
And especially with
You
their
know that
history
they're beating the shit out of you right now.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, you're only down one.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
I think going into the third, that feeling that they might have had faded away because they were like, "Fuck it, new period.
Let's try and win."
Yeah,
and they played better that period. I mean, they outshot them 6-3. Both teams kind of got
right. They both kind of
fucked.
Believe it or not, that the Braden Point hit / fight for
that
the
might have
puck
woke them up.
kind of when the game kind of started to turn because up to that point they were getting fucking shit on.
Yeah.
They were.
So maybe that's what it was.
Which was a totally clean play.
It was.
Two guys
It
battling.
was totally clean. It's two guys battling. I don't agree. I don't think it was a penalty either. But yeah.
That's that.
All right.
I think that's a fair synopsis.
And
Predictions for Game 4, and then we'll move on.
Well, I didn't bet on Tampa, so I think Leafs are going to win. Actually, no, I don't think. I know.
Okay.
Leafs are going to win.
I think this one's going to be like a classic 3-2 game, but high energy. I don't think it's going to be hemmed in. I think the Leafs are going to skate them to the ground.
I think it's going to be a faster game. I think the whistles are. It's going to be much. They're more like. It's going to be much more like the third period, and overtime. So I think the Leafs are. I think the Leafs are going to win, and it's a combination of they beat them in the fast style game in Game 2. They pretty much they beat them out of the building in Game 2, and then Game 3 was this defensive battle that they had to endure the whole game, and they beat them on both sides. Game 2 was fast. Game 3 was super slow defensive battle. They won both now. I think
be in the middle.
I think they're off to the races here now. I think they're starting to get some confidence.
Well,
and I expect a better game out of Willie because he was
fine offensively.
Oh, as soon as he crosses over center ice, he's good in the neutral zone too. He has a great stick because he's always stealing pucks in the offensive end and creating turnovers. In the neutral zone, but man, oh man, when he got to chase somebody, he's just fuck.
Might as well sell me out there, man.
Literally.
I'll probably work harder to get
you
back.
wouldn't slow down.
I'd work harder, but I'd be slower than him gliding.
Yeah, you probably you wouldn't catch nobody, but you'd be out there skating your bag off.
Yeah, you could tell I'd be putting in the effort.
Yeah, nobody would question your effort. Yeah.
What do you got, Hags?
Well, that's that. So, what do we want to move on to next? You guys want me to tell you about my crazy ass weird dream that I had the other night? Or you mean my prediction?
Oh yeah, your prediction.
Oh yeah, my prediction is Leafs win like a 3-2 game. It's gonna be in the middle, similar to what Zach said. I think they got this, but my only caveat is I need to see effort out of them.
Yeah.
And I know that's kind of like self-explanatory, but like, what Leafs team are we getting? Are we getting the one where they're skating hard, skating fast? That team doesn't lose a game.
There's a game 1 Leafs team,
Yeah.
and then there's a game 2
Yeah.
and 3 Leafs game.
Yeah, like they're all every
Yeah.
team we've seen is different.
Yeah.
For different reasons. But anyways, so last night, I had 2 dreams. I'm a vivid dreamer. My imagination, as we know,
Can you
is kinda
lucid dream?
weird. A little bit, yeah. So what I can do is I can't control it, but I can stop it when I know.
Really?
I'm like, fuck this. So
Did
I
you-
can do that too.
Did you practice it?
I can
did you?
stop.
It's just
Like
part of it.
I find when I'm dreaming, it's like I'm locked in for a little bit, and then like when I kind of become alert, that's when I can stop it. But I can't change it.
But can
I
you
can-
let can you
but
let it
see-
keep going if you don't want to? Or I mean, if you want to.
Generally speaking, for me, it's I realize it's a dream because it's something fucked happening, and I want to.
If you're like flying or something, or if you want to get out of
I
it.
had some fucked dreams. last
Some
night.
horror dreams?
Oh, every night, man, it's fucked. I haven't been sleeping well at all. So
Why? What do you
there's
just
shit
watch
I-
too many horror movies?
No, nothing. My brain is just fucked, dude. It puts me in places I don't.
I want to hear the
be.
horror movie story.
I don't want to be here. So,
I feel like you need to find a way to slow your mind down so you can sleep.
I've been listening to lo-fi. There's a YouTube channel called
White Noise.
Lo-Fi Girl, and it's this animator chick, and she made this like little like I don't know what it's supposed to be, like a teenager like studying or something, and it's like an animated chick, and she's just like listening to music, and then like there's a cat in the background that does different shit. So like this community is kind of like she changes it up, and they point out like what the new animations are and stuff. But the point is the music she plays is like this like. There's like 4 different versions of it depending on what you want to do. There's like music to study and chill to, music to like hip hop, and then like different channels like that. So I put on this one that it's like a mix of like funky like techno music, but it's like to sleep to. It's not like da da da.
I feel like
It's
that would
this,
be fucking your
it's like
brain
transy-
waves.
I'll show it to you guys afterwards. It's like this like transy thing. It puts me to sleep. It's real. I like it a lot. Danica actually is the one that showed it to
Can
me.
you hum it to me right quick?
Yeah, do a
Not
little
really.
hum.
I can't really hum it.
Do a
My
little
phone's
hum.
over there. You can search it up on your phone.
No, you can do your best impression.
Do a little hum.
I don't know. It's like it's just like, and then it's just like a little bit of bass in behind it, and you're just kind of like there. I don't know.
Nice.
It's definitely a terrible impression. But I don't know.
No,
how to
that's a good
explain it.
impression.
I don't know how I
Don't
feel
explain
about
it.
this.
I would-
gotta
I would
show
ha-
it to you. Like,
I would
it's
hate
just
it
like
to be
this-
sleeping to.
No, trust me. Like it just becomes background noise to the point where it's similar to white noise. Like you just drown it out after a second, and you just get lost in the sauce, which I enjoy. Because my problem is there's no words or anything. It's just like a little melody. So that's the thing. Is like the minute you give me words, I'll zone in and I'm fucked. Like whenever Danica wants to listen to a podcast, I'm listening to the whole podcast. If it's a song, I'll listen to the lyrics of the song, or if she got a movie on or stuff. Hell, as you guys know, when I'm playing games and she's watching TV, all of a sudden my scatterbrain is going and I'm watching her fucking TV show while trying to play Call of Duty.
I
Like,
can't.
fuck.
What am I trying to say? I can't fucking listen to podcasts while I sleep. Can't do it. I pay too much attention to it. I'm unable. I always, if I'm sleeping by myself, I always fall asleep with the TV on. Now, Jess
like-
doesn't do that. So we always turn the TV off because she can't sleep. But like, it doesn't really matter to me because as soon as I get in bed, I fall asleep.
Well, Danica needs noise, so like our compromise has now been this lo-fi girl chick. So, anyways, then I've kind of gotten used to it myself. So I put it on when I have trouble sleeping.
Yeah.
Some nights I'm tired and I just go right to bed.
Have you ever tried like melatonin or anything? Like,
No, man. Like, but the thing is,
I
I
find-
can fucking crash. Like, there's nights where I crash and I'm fine, but there's other nights where, like, if I'm not tired, going to
I know
sleep,
I'm the same way.
my
Like, I
brain
can't
is
shut
fucked.
my head
and
off.
then I'll start lucid dreaming and like fucking, well, not really lucid dreaming, but very, very vivid dreams. So like last night was kind of that situation. I wasn't super tired. I got home after my cousin had a little going away dinner because she's going back to finish her firefighting school in PEI. So you're like, goodbye, like see you in like a month or whatever, like whatever. And we get back and I'm kind of vibing, so I get on and I play some PGA. Listen to the post-game press conferences of the Leafs and like just some media day stuff, just kind of vibing.
Pause.
Yeah.
If your cousin wasn't going away for firefighting school,
Yeah.
how long you say she's going for a month?
Yeah, something like that. But that's the type of family they
Well,
are.
I
They're
have
just, like,
well, I have a
vibing.
going away dinner for you. Are you gonna see her again inside a month? Where you like, does this interrupt your?
What?
You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to. Just
Would
think,
you usually see her within a month anyway?
Like, why would you attend this dinner?
we're family. I enjoy Catherine's presence. Like
It's
we're-
just a
we're
month
good
though.
friends.
It's not like a year.
But it's like, yeah, it's just a month.
I don't know. Her boyfriend
Seems
also-
like
but her
seems like an
boyfriend-
event to have for
but-
leaving for a
But
month.
I think it was also more of an excuse for the.
Jill knows what
family.
I'm saying.
yeah.
But like, two things. One, they have like dinners for like every occasion.
But what if I was like going on a 3-week vacation
no,
and then like
no.
the
I'm
entire
picturing this-
family
I'm
comes
picturing this-
over?
I picture this like, imagine you guys having like a going away dinner when
I
you went
also
to
could be-
Boston for like a week.
I also could be completely wrong. She might be going way longer than a month, and I'm just not aware.
I feel like it
'Cause
would be.
She's now dating a guy that went to the same firefighter school. Like they're graduating together. So he came home to meet us all. So like we met him for the first time. They've been here for about a week.
Are you tight with this cousin?
Oh yeah, pretty tight. Yeah, but I don't pay attention to anyone's details. I've been telling people I'm going on fucking May 2nd when I'm going on May 4th to Nashville, and that's a week later. I don't know any dates. I don't know anything.
A week?
I'm a fucking. I can't.
That's about 2 days.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. So my point is, I don't know things. Okay, why are you guys grilling me? My mom.
All right.
Because you said a week and not 2 days.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You said you're telling people you're going on May 2nd when you're going on May 4th, and then you said that's like a week in the difference.
No, no. I didn't say in the difference. I said it's in like a week. It's next week. I'm leaving. Is what I said.
I know, we got to have a going away dinner before you leave.
What are you doing this weekend, man?
Fucking jerking it. I don't know. Nothing. Nothing. I gotta actually help Dad tear down the shed. Fun fact.
You're watching the Buds game too.
That
Anyway,
will be.
yeah.
No, I won't. Series be over by then.
Oh, cheers. Okay. Maybe.
So yeah, so I get home. Is what it is. She probably is gone for like 4 months now that I'm thinking about it. I don't fucking know.
That would make more sense.
Yeah, because I think she doesn't know where she's gonna get placement, so she might end up just fucking going with him back to. Cause he's from Moncton, so she might go back with him to Moncton. Cause she, anyways, I don't know why I'm telling the life of my cousin on this podcast. You know, shout out if you're listening.
What's your cousin's name?
They call her Charlie, but her
Hey, Charlie.
Yeah, name's Catherine. Great girl.
Little
Catherine.
Charlie says Catherine.
Loves you lots. So yeah, so I get home, blah blah blah, play some games, vibing. So I go to bed. I want some happy thoughts, so I'm just putting on the lo-fi. I'm like, man, what do I want to think about that'd be sick? So then I went knee deep into what I was telling you guys about earlier about like my plan that if I win the Lotto Max on how I'm going to improve the pod and we're just going to have a great life. I was like, man, I was thinking in my head, I was like, well, I build a garage with a 6 studio in it, a golf simulator, and a home gym. So the boys could come over around 10 o'clock because I still want to sleep in. And we could hit the gym for an hour as a group because we're all going to get yoked together. And then I was like, we can work on a golf swing for a half hour. We can do like a Road to series where we put it on YouTube where we're all trying to get better at golf as a collective. And then we record a podcast daily. One can be a sports one can be a lifestyle, and we just flip-flop. You know, we're releasing content every day here, boys, you know, which is the whole point of the SRP. So if you guys want this to be a reality, either give me your winning lotto ticket or start fucking dialing it back.
Hey, if you won Lotto Max 649 in the past week, well, you should send your ticket to this address.
12 Loris Pond.
Don't say it. I did the thing for the graphic.
I get swatted like tomorrow because I said 12 Lawrence.
Uh-huh.
Oh my! But anyway, so I'm just going. So that's the happy thoughts in my head. So I fall asleep first, and that's kind of like what the dream is, and it's going good. I don't know at what time it shifted, but at some point I was in a house. Didn't really recognize the house real well, but there was a big.
Is this in your dream?
Yeah, this is the dream.
Okay.
This is like the dream where now I'm going nuts and
'Kay.
my brain's fucked. So, in the dream, we're in like this house, and there's a big like dining room. Like a big, like imagine like a medieval, like Game of Thrones style, like massive fucking table, and like there's a
Like
massive
Harry Potter?
like kind of
Like
like
Hogwarts?
massive chandelier, like just everything around me. I was with, it was like me, I think Danica, and I don't think any of you were in it, but it was like it was
That's
meant
fucking
to be
bullshit.
Like, it was meant to be like mutual faces. Like the faces, every time I looked at a person, the face could have been different from the last time. Like it wasn't meant to be like main story character, just kind of like the ambiance. Like I knew the people in the room. Like we were having dinner, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then I look up at the chandelier, and it looks hazy, almost like smoke. But they're not candles. It's just like a light, and it's like looking like a smoke. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then my brain, for some reason, was like, you know what that is? That's a fucking ghost. And I was like, why is it a ghost? I don't know. And, like, in my head, it's like I manifested. Like, in the dream, I can remember vividly going, I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a ghost. And then it, like, became a ghost. So maybe I only lucid dream with bad shit. And I just make my life worse. So then it's like a ghost, and it's a spirit. And I'm like, what am I going to do about that? Because in my head, I'm thinking, I'm terrified of paranormal shit.
Does
Not
anybody
that-
else see this?
But I don't... kind of we're all just chilling. Like,
Okay.
no one's. I'm thinking about it, and it's like through my perspective. And when I look around, everyone's just chatting like normal.
Okay.
So I'm the only
Okay.
one. Like I'm
Yeah.
like, getting lost in the sauce here, and I'm like looking at it, and I'm kind of like freaking out. But I think that my thing is like I don't believe ghosts are real. Personally, I think that there could be, but I don't believe they're like haunting, like fucking like exorcism type shit. Like there definitely could be like spirits and like souls and who knows anything about that. But I don't think like there's a ghost walking down the street right now that's like haunting some chick, being like, "Haha, fuck you." Like, I don't think that happens. But my thing is like the reason why it freaks me out.
Fuck you.
I want to kill my mom. But no, I don't. But like my point is, the reason why that shit freaks me out is because in my life and the way my brain rationalizes things is as much as I would obviously die to an axe murderer with a chainsaw, I can do something about that in my head. I'd probably fail, but I can fight back. I can run away. I can do shit. You can't do anything to these like fucking extraterrestrial fucking like exorcists possess you fucking like you're just looking at a camera and all of a sudden it's like your dad's possessed and he's fucking like fucking neck sideways and there's blood everywhere and we're all dead. Like there's no stopping it. I can't punch it in the face. I can't punch like I can't do that. So in this dream, when I'm like manifesting that this smoky thing is now a ghost, I like start to see a face in it, and I'm like looking at it, and I'm like, we're not doing this, are we? And then I look down, and everyone's like dead, and, like just like like death guts, like bleh, like dead. And I'm looking at the table, and I'm like, everyone's dead. The ghost did something, and I'm like, I don't like this, but I'm still sitting at the table.
That's very clever.
Because in my head, I'm like, we gotta run, but I don't run. I just sit there. I'm like frozen in time. I'm like, am I dead? I don't know. Like, what's going on? And I'm kind of like, and this is at the point, like, it wasn't a long dream, but this is at the point where my brain's starting to like click in. I'm like, this thing can't be real. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And I look back up, and then it's like a fucking like freaky ghost like flying at me like fucking gonna fucking. So then when I look up from
Like
the ghost,
fucking gonna fucking.
yeah,
It's gonna fucking.
like he's gonna fucking get you, you know? He gonna get you. He ain't gonna tell you like how his day went. Like he's gonna.
He just used to describe his thing as fucking gonna fucking. You never even said. You just said
It's
the
just like, but I
ghost
can
is there
picture-
like fucking gonna fucking, and then you moved on.
Yeah, but like I can't explain it. It's like I don't know what movie I'm picturing in my head, but it's like it's just coming at me, man, and it got a freaky
The Shining?
face. Maybe I don't know, but not The
It's
Shining.
like a jump
buddy.
scare.
Not a jump scare. It's like a slow, like I can't do anything, like I'm frozen, like it's
So
gonna
it's-
fuck me up.
Okay.
Get out.
Maybe, but
Get
like,
out.
Kinda,
It's like Get
I
Out
don't know.
when-
When the
Yeah,
guy's running at him.
But like it's kind of like the fucking what's the one with the pitcher and then the kid starts mowing people with the fucking. I've never seen the movie. I've only seen the trailer and
Sinister?
I got scared. Yeah, kind of like he watches a video and
Yeah.
he sees a face in the video and he's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, everyone in his family starts fucking murdering each other and shit gets crazy and like all that kind of thing. You know how like that.
Insidious.
Face, maybe that one. I don't know. I'm so scared of the.
We're just
mob.
naming horror movies
I can't
now.
remember. I don't know.
Point is, like I felt frozen. But then this is where my brain like it's weird. It's like, well, it's already weird. This story's fucking weird. But so after I've seen everyone bleeding out and they're dead, and I'm like, this is fucked. And I look back out and I see it coming towards me. I'm now in a hallway. Like all of a sudden, I'm just not at the table anymore. I'm just in the hallway, and I'm like, I gotta fucking like go. So then it's kind of like a Hotel California thing where like you just can't get out. You can never leave, and I'm just fucking like
Just
sprinting.
booking it.
But then I never see the ghost anymore, and I'm just like sprinting around. I'm like, where the fuck did he go? And then I like come around this corner, and this is the part that kind of like is when I like snapped out of it, but like I was still kind of like freaked out. Is I come around the corner, and it's just there, and it got like a knife in its hand, and then it kind of like fucking flies at me fast, and I'm like, nah, this is a dream. Fuck this, and I immediately wake up. And I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, see, fuck that. I was like, I knew this was a fucking dream. But see, the
I
problem,
knew it was fake.
but see, here's the thing. My room is pitch black. There's no windows in it. There's
Yeah.
no nothing. I don't sleep with like a light on. So it is pitch black when I wake up my eyes. Like basically I see nothing. But the doors are open, and the way those doors naturally swing, you can like kind of see the corner of like my coat rack. And
Don't
there's
like
just
that.
like an eminent light that kind of like barely shines. So it's like fuzzy. And my brain then starts playing tricks on me because then I gotta pee. But so I'm sitting in my bed, I'm lying down, and I just had a fucking experience with a ghost that was gonna kill me. I'm looking around. It's kind of dark. I can look at the corner, and there's like a little like crack in my door where there's a little bit of light glowing, and I can almost make out the frame of something. I know it's my coat, but do I think it's my coat in that moment?
No.
No, not at all. I think that's Jesus coming to kill me. Like, I don't know. So I'm lying there. This is me lying in my bed, in case you couldn't tell. And I have to make a mental decision. Do I hold this pee and pray to Jesus I don't somehow piss my bed? Or do I face my fear?
Do I risk a piss bed?
Or do I risk a piss bed for what definitely is my coat but could be a deathly demon ready to haunt my soul? So then I get out and I face my fear and I get up and I go to do like my pee. So I'm peeing and when I pee in the middle of the night and like that late, I sit every time because I don't want to have to deal with spray and where the fuck shit's
It's
going.
more comfy,
it's just
man.
comfy. So I'm sitting there like this, right? But I didn't turn any lights on at this point because I didn't want to wake myself up because I want to go back to sleep. But in retrospect,
But if you're scared, why the
this is
fuck
where
would
we
you turn
get
the
back.
lights up?
So I'm peeing, and the doors
Wait,
were all open.
Pause. Do you have your phone on you?
No, I just get
So
out
no
of bed.
flashlight,
Nothing,
okay.
Nothing.
Okay.
I just get out of bed, and it's just like an imminent glow from like, I think it comes from like something in
The
here
mouse
that has,
light?
Maybe, yeah,
The
the
light of
mouse
the mouse?
light. Yeah, the mouse light. And like, I'm just looking out, and it's light enough that you can see shit, but not light enough that you can like see texture. You know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
it's almost like your eyes are seeing like graininess. And I'm looking out, and now I'm knee deep in it, right? My head's just spinning. I'm like, there's something fucking out there. Like, something's going on. And the other thing that sketches me out all the time, too, is but my basement door, as you guys know, has that big window. And I had this thought like a couple weeks ago when I had a dream that someone broke into our house and murdered all my family, and I couldn't do anything to
What
save
kind
them.
of dreams
It's-
do you have,
it's
man?
not okay. It's not okay.
You need to see a therapist.
But I kind of realized that in that moment, in that dream, how the person kept getting in was they kept smashing out that window and just unlocking the door. And I was like, this is not good safety. Like, we can't, how am I supposed to save anyone? if
This
they're
is not good safety.
Like, there's nothing-
This
there's
is
nothing
definitely
to
not
do.
good
Oh,
safety.
So hear me out. Now I'm pissing, sitting down. I'm looking out into this like main area here that we're sitting in, and it's grainy as fuck. And I'm like,
Is your
what
door
if there's
open?
something there? So this is where I'm like thinking. I'm like, when I walk out this bathroom door, to my right, there's gonna be my door with the window, and you can see like this silhouette.
And I'm gonna have to fight a motherfucker.
Like, in my head, I was ready for someone to be there. Like, ready.
I do the same
I was
shit.
like ready. I was peeing, and the whole time I was psyching myself up to have to fuck up a guy. Like, I was ready.
Meanwhile, you didn't want to wake yourself up by turning the light on.
No, not at all. So I'm just peeing, and I'm like, what if I hold some pee? Because then I can fucking piss on him and fucking choke him out, you know? Like, there's so many
That's a
thoughts.
sneak attack.
Yes, he's not ready. I mean, who's going to fight a guy that's naked? Because I sleep in the nude, so I'm just fucking balls out pissing on him, like, fighting him. Like,
He's gonna get scared,
yeah,
run back
he's
out the
go-
window.
Yeah, so that was my whole thought process. So I'm not fucking you. This is fucking you. This is how we're
I hope
I'm
not.
not fucking you tonight. That's the next dream.
Hey, let me get this straight. I'm not fucking you.
So I'm psyching myself up. And when I tell you, when I am about to go out of that washroom, it's the slowest turnaround and peek. Like, it's not confident. It's a peeker. Like, it's like a peeking through the curtains on a Monday morning. Like, just fucking like. So I look over. There's no one in the door frame. But then at that moment, the back of my head goes, if I'm looking at him and he's not in the door frame, he's right to my left. So, like, I'm like,
He's right
I'm
fucking
ready.
behind me.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm ready. So then I'm like, and then I turn and no one's there. And I'm like, well, now I got to go to bed, right? And this is where it gets better. So now I'm going to bed and I'm trying to think happy thoughts. I'm like, my brain's freaking out. I'm on overdrive. I'm like, this is so dumb. Like, what am I doing? So I open up my phone for a second, just scroll for a second, just to like get my thoughts.
The
like,
YouTube
you know,
shorts
some
going.
YouTube shorts and shit. So then I put back on the lo-fi, right? Which
Oh,
is,
okay.
like, it's nice. It's
I thought
chill.
like a scary TikTok was gonna show up or something.
Oh, it's worse.
Oh.
I put on the lo-fi, and it's lo-fi hip-hop beats to sleep to, and it was nice. And I'm mellowing out. I'm like, okay, we can get back to a thing. No ads.
I thought you were gonna have an ad for
yeah.
like the Pope's exorcist.
No,
or
no,
something.
Yeah.
no.
That happened to me before, man.
Even,
Phew.
guys, I'm not joking. Even worse. I roll over. I start to drift asleep. I'm almost asleep, and I hear children laughing. I'm like, what the fuck is
No.
going on?
Nope.
I pop awake. I'm
Nope.
like, what is going on? I'm like listening to you. I turn the lo-fi. The song is called "School's Out," and it's like a hip hop theme with like just children laughing the whole time. I immediately throw out of it.
my
I'm like, you can't
God.
fuck with me. Like, I look at my clock, it's 4:45. I'm already awake at this point, but I need an extra hour, and like I'm just mentally fucked then because I just like it was literally just like little like giggling like, like fucking,
Yeah.
like fucking kindergartners, and I'm like. "Ah!" like, what is going? Sorry, headphone users, but I just couldn't. I was like, this is a roller coaster ride that someone needs to know of the shit I deal with, because that's my life right there. That's it in a synopsis. It's
That was a
just
full-on
problems.
like 45-minute ordeal for you, probably.
It was so fucked. I was sweating. I got to change sheets. I really should. I haven't yet, but I got to because I was sweating.
Gross.
It was just a mental thing. I had to get up. And I was
You should have went
tired.
up butt ass naked and got to bed with Greggy and Stacy.
Dead? Oh, fuck. There was a part of me that, like, here's a weird thing for you. That's a good segue into my next thought. Is like, obviously, when you're a kid and you have a nightmare, you like go to mom and dad. You're like, man, I'm scared. What am I supposed to do?
Man, I'm scared.
Yeah, like,
Imagine you're like 4 years old and you're knocking on your parents' door.
Man,
I'm scared. Mom, mommy, mama.
but like seriously, and like this is
Mom!
real talk. This is a real talk we need to have. Maybe grown-ups, but like, I guess by definition we're grown-ups, and like I'm scared shitless, man. Like, who do I call? Like, I can't call the Ghostbusters. Like, what are we?
Just call your buddies, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Next time at 4 a.m. when I have a deadly nightmare of my whole
I'm not
family
fucking
getting murdered,
answering.
and I call you. You're like, hey, fuck out. Like, and I didn't want to call Danica because then on one hand I'm a pussy, and then on the other hand, like that's not attractive. Who wants to have sex with the guy that's just fucking having freak out nightmares and just like shitting himself in his own bed, you know? And like it's tough.
I feel like that's okay to talk to
So I
someone
just
about.
kind of had a moment where I was like sitting there in my own like mental loop of just being like, I know I'm making this up in my head. One, why? I'd love. Maybe we should get a therapist on the.
I literally just said,
And
like
just be like,
mid
why-
story.
You should go to therapy.
Because I do. It happens more than I'd like to admit. Like probably like 3 times a week.
Oh,
I have like wake up in a cold sweat because of like some murderous people were fucking me up and shit. Maybe it's like a confidence issue. I don't know.
we're getting deep
Yeah, I
on this
don't know.
pod.
But yeah, so that was me. That was my life. That's what I went through last night. And now we got the Leafs game tonight, so it's gonna be great.
This is gonna be the either the best or the worst night for you tonight.
Maybe I should get like a heartbeat monitor. See what happens.
Just wear this.
I don't have that.
When we were
Can I have yours?
sure. I was watching the 2019 Raptors championships. I think it was just me and Darcy actually in my basement, and I was looking at the heart rate monitor when Kawhi. They were up by 1, and Kawhi had 2 free throws or something like that, and my heart rate was at like 120.
Sick.
Yeah.
I'd love to know. But yeah, that was my life. I don't know. Do you guys, just as my friends, what do you guys think about that? Do you think I'm a fucking psycho?
I think
or-
that's fucked. That doesn't happen to me unless I watch like a scary movie, and that's the reason
That's
I
why
don't
can't-
like
that's
scary
why I can't do
movies.
it.
It's like I have like a couple fuck dreams a year, probably. Like
Yeah.
fucked ones. And I had one last year where somebody was chasing me around CVS with a fucking trying to kill me, trying to stab me.
Mm.
Can't remember why.
You
I
probably
just like my dream started when I was like
running.
on the run.
That's fucked.
Yeah, and I didn't know what was going on.
And then you
I didn't
see
trust anybody.
and then you see someone behind you, and
Yeah.
then you're like,
Trust-
cook.
I was
Trust
fucked.
no one in your dreams.
I had a story that was already mentioned on episode 0 that you guys fucking roasted me for.
Oh, you're. But no, we heard that. That was live. People have heard episode 0.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah. Okay.
but I'm just saying you roasted me for it because I spoke for 6 minutes.
Yeah, it was fun. We made that seem to be like 80. Like
I know.
My rant I just went on them was
That
way
was probably
longer than
10
your
times
story.
longer.
Yeah, easily. Speaking of which, how far? Oh, we're like
So
40
true.
minutes in.
So true.
That was a good story.
Yeah, no. So maybe I do need professional help. If you're listening and you have any idea of what's going on in this head, feel free to reach out.
You should write a dream journal. You should write it all down.
That's what you should do. You should get a dream journal.
There's probably ones I forget that are even more fucked up.
Yeah, I want to get one too actually.
Maybe we should do that as a pot and we'll read it out.
And then we'll read. That's exactly what they did on the basement yard.
At the end of the month, we just read out our dream journals.
Yeah.
Mine's gonna be fucked. A lot of sex and a lot of me dying. Or family members.
Can't wait to hear it.
Yeah. Sick.
I don't even know what kind of dreams I have. But
Speaking of sex, I had a good would you rather.
okay.
Okay. Would you rather
I'm nervous for this because you
your
said it.
nipples become the size of a big dick, like a porn star's dick, like flaccid? It's like 4 inches, and then if it gets
Is it
cold
the
out-
shape of a dick?
like it's your nipple, but it looks like a dick, like balls, dick, like it's just there.
There's balls
See,
outside.
Like little, like you know how like some people have like little bumps on their nipples, like you know what I mean, like those little like I don't even.
You said a porn star's dick is 4 inches? Is that what you just?
soft. Like,
Okay.
and then it gets cold outside, and then it gets hard. So if it gets cold and your nipples get hard, it's like a hard on, and then so like you could have like a foot long tent in your two like pistons.
Okay, well, anyway, what's the second option?
Yeah, because I want to take the latter.
Your ass and your dick are reversed. So everything works fine, but your ass is in the front. Your
How do you
dick's in the
shit?
back.
How do you shit?
It's like the hole is still kind of pointed down, so you gotta like hover, like push down, and it just kind of like shoots.
You just sit and
Yeah.
over it
Yeah.
and face the wall.
Yeah. Well, you can do whatever you want, really.
Like I
I
would
feel like
face
it'd
the
be like
toilet.
no, it'd be like a girl.
Yeah, kind of. It'd be like a girl in a way.
It's like your asshole is like where your gooch is.
Yeah, or maybe a little more front. It's almost where your
What?
balls are. Your asshole's like where your
So
balls
you
are.
say your ass is just pointing straight ahead.
Yeah, but it's like
Yeah.
it's like a slight down angle. So like you got to do like a forward.
How the fuck would you walk?
Fine.
Fine. How fine?
Well, you walk now with an ass in the back, and it's
You
no
had the back
different.
down the front.
It would just be a
No
tail.
different. It'd just be you'd have your fucking ass cheeks here, and they'd be moving the same as like anything.
Wait, but why wouldn't your just whole bottom half be backwards? I feel like that'd
no,
be.
no, your legs are still normal, so you can get speed. Like you need speed. What if you gotta run somewhere?
But you could
what if you
still-
gotta run from a serial ghost rapist like I do? I can't have that. You think I could? You think I can
How
get
do you
away
know
from my
they're a ra-
ghost?
How do you know they're a rapist?
Everyone's a rapist in my dreams.
Oh my god! You need to see the rapist therapist. Get it?
You want me to see a rapist?
No, because it's therapist
I don't know.
spelled.
Do they even keep?
It's the rapist. It's
Oh,
therapist.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no. That's a tough one. Ain't it?
that's a tough look for therapists worldwide.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more mean the fucking ass and the dick switch with the dick and nipples.
Oh,
But yeah,
I think I would prefer to have. So what causes my nipples to grow to that extent?
if it's cold out, like in real life when your nipples get hard,
Could I wear nipple
Climb
holders?
things.
you can wear a bra.
No, not a bra. Just
A
little
bra?
little like sticky boys to go over my nipple.
But your nipple regular,
But your nipple's 4 inches
Inches.
regular.
like regularly, it looks like a massive flaccid penis. But when it gets cold out,
So it's this. How big is it?
it's like a 4-inch penis, soft.
Yeah, but is that going up or down or
Well, it's
like?
gonna
Just hanging there.
sag.
It's just hanging there like it does between your legs now.
Oh, so my nipple
Yeah,
is
so
4
where your
inches
nipple
long.
is there, like
Yes.
a dick. But then
Oh!
when it gets cold out,
No, I
it gets
hate
hard
that.
and goes like. to
I'd rather
7
the
inches.
backwards dick ass.
Yeah, I mean, but see, the thing about the backwards dick ass is like, can you imagine fucking? You're
Yes,
just, like, you're just,
fucking-
like, fucking just getting into it. You're like looking at the wall. You're like 1, 2. It's like you're going hut hut. Like you're giving out fucking. You're yelling Omaha, and Peyton Manning comes to the fucking wall like the Kool-Aid Man, and you're like, I can't do this, Peyton. Wait your turn.
No, I'm still taking it. I don't. That would be so disgusting.
So if you had nipple dicks, then
Look,
you'd
you'd
have,
have
three
like
of
a
them.
big old little. Bloop,
You have
like-
3 dicks. Yeah, you could. Yeah,
You'd have
they
3
don't-
dicks.
Well, I mean, you could. They won't pleasure you, but you could pleasure unless you have.
But
sensitive
they're,
nipples.
like-
That's the caveat. If you're a guy who has sensitive nipples and you get pleasure from it,
Oh my
you
God.
could like fucking belly flop a chick or something. I don't know, or ask her to
Do
go,
some
like, she's milk-
push-ups.
Yeah, maybe she's milking a cow or something. Well, I don't know. I'm just being honest. You know,
What would you pick?
I don't know. I had this. I was, cause like physically.
I don't fucking know, man.
Physically, when I discovered this thought, I was leaning towards flipping, like you. I think it's the more safe answer, but there's a part of me that thinks that like maybe people will just get over it, and then I can be just me, but with dicks in the chest.
I think you'd have to go with the dick ass.
Yeah, you can't have two fucking
You can't have
dicks
two
just
big
on
old-
your.
Are you gonna wear fucking man?
What happens when you
you
fart?
wouldn't do
It just
any-
wafts
It would just.
everywhere.
It would just go
You
forward.
wouldn't do anything. Like, what would you do with yourself?
So how do you sit on your dick?
You sit facing the couch.
No, but what I'm saying is your dick is like where your ass.
I'd
Like
sit on,
this.
I'd
What about
lie
the
on my
balls?
side, I guess.
So you're just gotta fucking. You just gotta do that all day. This is you all day, man. This is
I'm
your
just
life.
sitting,
This is your life now.
but I can't talk to you because I can't look.
But you can though. You'll have to figure that out. So what about like that's what I'm saying? How do you be intimate with a chick? She's making out with you, and you put your hand down, then she puts her down, and she starts finger popping your asshole.
That's might as well have to be that way
At
then.
that point, maybe it's the better way.
Or she's gonna reach around from the back.
Yeah. New definition of sucking from the back. Yeah. She'd have to. I mean, yeah.
So you're going with
I'm switching it.
you're
around.
going with dick tits,
No,
and
I
we're
don't
going with
think
dick
so.
ass backwards.
I think I'm switching it around. You
Yeah.
won me over. Dictates are just so hard to get across. And be fine.
No one's gonna get over those.
Yeah.
What if
no.
I got a big bra, but then like body painted it to look like nipples, so it looks like I'm just fucking yoked, like I got a massive chest.
I don't think that would work.
I don't
just
think it would
fill
work
Like
either.
I fill it with like rocks, so it looks like hard
I don't think it would work.
cement, like in a cementing. Oh, what about a cement casing, so I can make it smooth, so it just looks like I have massive pecs, but in reality, it's encasing my penises. And
How you feeling about the Leafs getting diminished? I don't want to continue this conversation.
Yeah, I want to finish this conversation.
I have another.
Doesn't relate to any human organs.
But wait, I got another one. Would you rather
Oh no, it's on like,
shit and piss out of your mouth
no,
and eat through your asshole?
no, it was.
Or-
I can't remember if it was. Oh yeah, it was. This one's like it does have to do with sex, but it's not like anything weird. It's would you rather give up sex for a year or give up every one of your hobbies?
Like hobbies, including like
Anything
playing
you-
hockey, like
Anything
video
you do
games,
more
like
than like once or twice a year. It would be, in my opinion, a hobby. So like video games are a hobby, sports are a hobby, like all that's hobbies.
what, like just going out, like hanging with your buddies.
One could argue that that's a hobby, but I don't know. That's kind of different. But like,
Yeah, that's not a hobby. That's just
but
going
like,
out and hanging
there's
out,
certain things you do while hanging out with your buddies that are a hobby.
like playing games and watching TV.
like I would.
I couldn't watch TV.
No.
Is that a
I
hobby?
think You can make an argument. Like, if you're a TV enthusiast, people would say that's your hobby.
But
for
like, I just
sure.
like watching sports,
That's a hobby for sure. Watching sports.
watching movies.
That's definitely a hobby. Yeah.
You pretty much can't do anything that you like to do.
But here's the only thing that I think does work, but there's a limit to it. If it's something you haven't done before, you're allowed to try new things, but you can't do them enough that they become a hobby. So, for example, if you've never I'll use
Scuba dive.
scuba dive. You can do that once, maybe twice, but the minute you do it more than twice, then it's like a hobby and you can't do it anymore.
So I could, that would just give me an excuse to try new things.
Those new things would run out so fast, brother. We're in Newfoundland, not Jamaica.
Yeah,
We
it's
got
really
not a
fucking
lot to
boring
do.
here.
I wouldn't say it's boring. There's lots of stuff to do. People just don't do it.
It's not my. I don't.
It's
I'm
not
not.
my
a,
thing.
I'm not outdoorsy.
Like you could
No.
bowl
So-
twice,
I'm like
throw
a
axes twice,
let's go do fun shit, but like
do hood rat shit with my friends.
no, I'm not a hood rat shit with friends type of guy.
no, I'm a play it
I'm
by
like
the
a
rules kind of guy.
I'm like a let's just have some fun and enjoy each other's company and whatever that entails, and we'll do that.
What about playing board games?
That's a hobby.
That's a hobby, 100%.
100%.
So
Man.
what's your definition of sex? Are we talking just
Anything. Can't jerk it. Can't. Nothing.
Oh,
No-
that changes
no-
everything.
No relief. No sexual relief.
That's fucked. That's
I
torture.
Was, my coworker asked me that today. This question, and it threw me for a loop. I was there for a while. I didn't. I'm
either
still not
either
sure.
way, the answer is
It's-
torture.
Yeah, I'm still not sure.
Because you
on my
can't
answer.
enjoy yourself. Like if you get off work, you can't just go like I don't know, play a video game or two, or
No.
fucking go outside and
Nothing.
run around or something.
Play Ring Around the Rosy.
Yeah, man, that's a hobby.
You know what the best thing about this question is?
What?
I don't ever have to worry about not doing either one of them.
Unless
Yeah, but this is what fuck you. This is what makes good content. Like fuck you.
we should know.
That's too hard for me.
When we say unless, we should have like the lights go out, and then like someone comes in and grabs Zach, and then they're like, "You're gonna have to pick," and then they're gonna enforce it for a year,
So you
just to
want,
make it real.
just to make it real.
So what's your answer now that we have that thought
Yeah,
in your
you're
head?
Real. It's gonna be real.
I don't know. I'd have to think about it. Can't put me on the spot like that.
Okay, I kind of agree with that.
I think the answer is probably sex, but it hurts me, and that's coming from the sex addict.
But like,
It's 1 year, man. We were all virgins for
maybe-
a long time. We can fucking figure it out.
maybe just if
And that's coming from me.
1 year of no hobbies gives me so many excuses to go out and try new things and actually fucking I don't know.
You
Okay,
would
so-
want to
Do
die
stuff.
so fast. You would hate your life.
And then the second one person says, "Hey, let's all go for supper and have a good time." You say, "Oh fuck, I
That's
can't
not a
do
hobby.
that."
That's not a hobby.
kind of is. There's-
Going out,
But
and
you
eat-
said
going out
hanging
and eating food with your friends and being social. That's a an
I don't
activity.
think going out would be the hobby, but what would be the hobby is anything we do recurringly. So, for example, if we wanted to go DT and like go to Lottie's, that's a hobby because not everyone else does that. Like, go playing video games is a hobby.
What about just hanging out with your bros on a normal day of the week?
What about just being bros?
Yeah.
I don't think that's a hobby, but depending on what you're doing with your bro is a hobby. So we wouldn't be able to watch any movies.
So why don't we just
any
call
TV.
it?
You pretty much
Any
just had to. You
entertainment.
pretty much just have to sit down and
And talk to
quite
each other.
literally talk to each other.
Why don't we call
Be
it?
the world's longest podcast.
Why don't we just call it? Wake up,
And you can't record.
go to work, come home, do nothing, and repeat. That's basically what we're saying here.
Yeah, plus a couple. But you can try new things. So if you can convince your friends to try the new thing, so we're all going scuba diving. At least
Yeah, where?
2 to 3 times.
Where?
And then it's a hobby.
Where though?
I don't fucking know.
It'll be so cold.
Yeah, we gotta live with that shit. Did you know that like you can do dive training here? And there was like, you want to know a fuck fact, and then we'll end the podcast on this. So at that dinner, my
Zach's
cousin,
checked
my
out.
cousin's
I'm listening.
my cousin's girlfriend is like doing dive training or some shit for whatever she's doing in school. Don't know. Didn't really hear.
Is
about
that
her.
Ocean Quest?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Ocean
know.
Quest.
It's in CBS.
Okay, I'm gonna be
That's a
honest with you.
fucking.
That's
That's a hair salon,
Yeah,
my brother.
I don't know.
I know,
yeah.
but there's diving like shit going on there too.
Hair salon and scuba diving.
There is, I swear.
Come on down to Ocean Quest.
Probably at
The only
Marine.
place in Newfoundland where you can get your hair done and go see sharks in the same day.
I don't think there's shark adventure tours.
Go see some tadpoles.
See some tadpoles. Did you see the video of the guy that like put 2 million tadpoles in a little pond behind his house, and they're all alive and thriving? So there's gonna be like 2 million fucking frogs running around his house and neighborhood.
Why would he do that?
Because he's a fucking psycho. He went out to a marsh and got buckets of the fucking eggs and brought them back to like prank his neighbor. Because they're like, there's like a little, it's literally like a little goldfish pond in this fucking.
What a stupid
backyard.
fucking prick,
and he
man.
lives in like a suburban area.
I'd be so fucking pissed off at him. I would never forgive him.
It's gonna be fucked. Anyways, so to finish my thing, you know how we're talking about trying new things is
Yeah.
what we're saying, what we could do with the hobbies, and we obviously went skydiving, and when we did it, we were like worried about the statistics of how many people were gonna die and like all the shit. And it's like
I wasn't
completely-
worried.
I wasn't, but like in terms of like people were asking us and shit, like are you
Like
worried?
less than 1%.
Yeah. So she goes. So I'm like, oh, you're doing dive training. She's like, yeah, I just got to worry about like getting scurvy, like coming up too
Yeah.
fast or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
It's not scurvy. That's a thing. Oh.
Scurvy is like the word for it.
No,
like,
it's not.
like
that.
the slang for it.
Scurvy's a disease that people get on boats from being malnutrition. Or
Oh.
something. But this is like where there's too much
Like
nitrogen.
like
in
you're
your blood.
depressurized or something like that. I
there's
don't
too
know
much
what it's called
nitrogen
though.
in your blood and it can kill you. Anyways, I can't remember what's the term.
I gotta Google it, man. It's pissed me
Google it.
off.
So
Continue.
She goes, yeah, but like I just got to make sure I don't come up too fast and die. And I'm like, oh, well, that's not a big deal. That can't be common. She's like, no, like the people that offer this training have had like 4 deaths in the last year from it. And I was like, what?
What?
I was like, this is, and they're still allowed to like
The bends.
the bends. Yes. I was like, so yeah. She's like, a good few have gotten it, and like 4 died or 4 or 3, whatever she said, in like the past year. And I was like, and they can like still offer this program? Like, what the fuck?
What kind of liability
Like,
insurance
can
they
you imagine
have?
if we went skydiving and 3 people died a year in that company? It looked like it did when we were going there, but like,
It looked like more than
yeah,
3
it
died.
looked like all of us. It looked, but like, point is, they wouldn't be able to be in a business. Like, how the fuck does that? How is this not on national news? Like, I was so surprised. I was like, they're just fucking dying.
in 4 in
3. It was either 3 or 4. Probably 3. Number 3 is vivid in my head. In like the past year, have died
what are
due
they?
to the bends coming up too fast.
Why don't they just stay down lower?
Because if you
longer?
stay down too long, then you get fucking other types of shit. Like pressurized diving's fucked. You either gotta stay down there for like weeks because your body needs to get like acclimated and then you're good, or you need to like come up within the right window.
Fucked.
Like, why would you like fuck that?
I used to want to do that.
But like, that's a cool hobby though.
So you'd have to give that up.
So you can go and die.
Yeah, so you can't test that water.
Man, I don't know, man. That's so hard. I'm not even gonna answer.
Oh,
I can't.
boy.
I can't pick.
I can't provide an answer either.
No, it's
Let us
okay.
know in the comments what
Yeah.
you would pick.
That's way too hard.
Do we have comments these days?
I don't. Probably
I
not.
don't know.
On the
Can't remember.
TikToks, maybe.
Yeah, how's TikTok going? You enjoying it?
Am I enjoying it?
Yeah. No.
I don't like TikTok.
No. Get YouTube Shorts.
Same fucking shit.
All right.
No, it's not, bro.
We're gonna be on YouTube Shorts and TikTok and
I could probably
everything
make us some YouTube
later
Shorts.
when we get the mixer.
Yeah, when
Follow
we get the
us.
mixer, it's gonna be sick because you can just isolate shit and it's gonna be awesome.
Follow us at Second Round Pod.
Thanks for joining the playoff pool.
Yeah, playoff pool's going sick.
It's going good so far.
That's a great turnout. We got a lot of entries. There's
We got,
gonna be
what,
a
56?
we got 61.
61.
There's gonna be a
61.
big prize. Actually, no, sorry, I think it was 60. Either way, big prize pool.
Big ups.
Big ups.
So we'll
Prize
give
pool.
we'll give an update to it live on the pod after the first round concludes, whenever that is. But overall, I mean, I'm sure as you know, if you are in the pool, if there's an app you can download, it's just called Office Pools. Sign in with the account that you made when you obviously signed up for the league, and you can follow it on your phone. Live scoring updates as the games are going on tonight and for the rest of the playoffs. So it's a really great app, a lot of fun, and may the best man win.
One
What's
other thing
what's
with
the
that.
payouts again, I think.
I
Josh?
don't think we announced it yet though.
No, we didn't. Usually we announce it after first round
Yeah,
because it
let's-
usually takes a while to get it all
Yeah.
figured out.
So that app doesn't offer as much as the website does. So
Really?
you can go in on the website, and Terry Cox showed me this last night at hockey. You can click on your player on the website, like on your team, and then click on your player. It says round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can click on the round, and you can see what everybody else picked, and how well your pick is doing compared to the other picks that were in your category box.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
You can see like which players are performing the best. in
Yeah,
each
so
category.
that email spreadsheet that you sent us, we were comparing that with our players to see who's doing better, but it's already done for you on the website.
That's sick.
Yeah, I found that out last night.
That's some cool info.
Yeah. So
Anyways, as always, if you're here this long, thank you so much for listening. Give us a like, give us a share, give us a follow, give us everything you can. Subscribe to the channel. Hopefully now when we get the money all sorted out and everything, obviously we'll have the grand prize for everyone. But again, we just thank you so much because this is the first year we have taken a small bit just for ourselves, not personally, but just to, help fund the pod and bring us to that next level. So again, we really enjoy doing this, but it is kind of like a thing in the spare time, and we just really want to make it as best as it can be. So thanks a lot for all your support.
It's one of our hobbies, you would say.
it was one of
yeah,
our-
so we have to give this up.
Bye.
All right, goodbye,
Oh,
sex.
Okay, boys. See ya. See you, sex. And on that note, thanks again for listening. Thanks for watching. Peace. Go, Leafs, go.
That's very heartfelt.